Hey guys, it's Yvette, and I am here with our week 3 from the Fort Worth Fabric Studio Christmas Mystery Quilt, which they call the Winter Flurries, or just Winter Flurries. And I'm so happy that this week, which this is last week's, is so simple, because we have another one coming out tomorrow, and I'm trying so hard to get back on top of things. And so very simple. We are making 8 flying geese. We are using the H fabric, which has the fa la 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 all over it, and also the K fabric, which is just some of our tone-on-tone white snowflake fabric. And so all we have to do is we will take one of the white fabrics you want to put, and then one of the falalas, and you want to put them right sides together. You're going to draw a line from corner to corner, and then you're going to sew along that line, and you're going to trim off a 1/4 inch to the outside, because you want to take all of this excess and cut that off, so that whenever you fold this over and press the seam, I hope you're seeing all that. So when you fold it over and you press the seam, you'll have both the sides. And then once you have that one and this seam is all ready, then you want to take another white and put on the other side. And the reason why you have to wait is because they overlap, right? So you want to make sure that you get one sewn on before you do the other. Okay, so I'm going to mark my seams, just because that's what I do, and I will head over to the sewing machine and meet you there. Hey guys, okay, this is take 2 for me, because I started explaining everything to you guys and never turned the camera on. Yep, I did that. Thank goodness the camera turns itself off when it hits a certain point and you haven't, started anything, because then that's how I knew, hey, I'm not recording a darn thing right now. So let me backtrack. I am back from the cutting mat. I have marked all the seams, and I went ahead and did it on all of my squares, just so that I'd be ready for both sides. And so I'm ready to get going. What you want to do is just make sure that the line that you have drawn, if you draw a line, goes from the middle on the top to the bottom right, okay? Because that's where you want to sew, is right on that line. And I'm going to go ahead and chain piece all of these and get them all sewn up. I've obviously started one, since I thought that we were making a video here. And so that's how we're going to proceed, and let's get going. I'm just flipping it because I have a little mark here. Okay, here we go. Oops. There we go. Okay, so I have all of these halfway flying geese done. So I'm going to take these over to the cutting mat first. I'm going to cut a 1/4 inch to the outside of my stitch line, and then I'm going to go over to the ironing board, and I'm going to press these, and then we'll come back to the sewing machine to sew the other half of the flying geese on. So I will be right back with you. Okay guys, so I am back at the cutting board. I thought I would just bring you over, since this is going to be a pretty quick video anyway, which is great, and just show you the trimming off of the top piece. So as you can see, I have my, well, I'm trying to help you to see. Woo! You have my drawn line, and I have sewn on that line, so now that is my sewn line, and I'm going to trim off everything 1/4 inch on this side, okay? So I'll take my handy dandy little ruler, and in this particular case we're not worrying a thing about scant and all of that, so we're just cutting 1/4 inch from the drawn or from the sewn line. And I know I had a lot of people, thank you everyone, send me messages. I even got private emails from some people because in the last one I had put my rotary cutter down and did not close the blade. And I wanted to let everyone know I do appreciate that you guys took the time to send me those messages. I'm usually pretty good. I actually used to not be good at it. And then I would just forget all the time. I would come back and my rotary blade would be like wide open. And so it used to be a real problem for me. But I'm actually a lot better now. I think it probably was just because I'd been working on the camera. I'm still sort of getting used to doing work on the camera, but I am definitely making sure that I'm closing my blade. Okay, so let me take these over to the ironing board, and we are going to press them and then head back to the sewing machine. I'll be right back over at the ironing board. Okay, so I'm over at my ironing board, and I am going to press these seams. And once again, like I'm always demonstrating, you want to make sure that you set your seam before you do anything. And the reason why we will go ahead and set that seam, two reasons. First of all, if you mark, like I do, I use a marker, or a pen, I should say, that disappears with heat. So that's the first reason. The second reason is anytime that you sew through fabric, you're actually punching several holes, lots of holes, into your fabric. When you go ahead and pass heat over it, it closes the holes. So that's just to, you want to just make sure you close those holes before you start pressing anything open, just to make sure that it's nice and strong. So then all I do is I don't push it or pull the fabric or anything like that. I just do a nice fold over so that I can hold it. And then I set my iron down. And then I usually, because I think I just prefer ironing on the back or pressing on the back, because I can hold the iron down longer if it's on the back, and I don't feel like I have to worry so much about scorching it. Just a personal Yvette thing, that's what I do. And there we go. So I will set that aside. Okay, so now I have these all pressed, and I will take them back over to the sewing machine, and we'll sew the other half of the flying goose down to this fabric. I'll be right there. Okay guys, so I'm back from the ironing board, and I'm ready to sew the other half down onto each piece. So I'm going to take my squares, which I have already marked, and I'm going to now lay it down so that my my mark goes from the top center to the bottom left. We're going to sew right on that line, and then take it over to the cutting mat and once again cut off everything 1/4 inch from the line and press it, and they're all done. So I'm going to get started on that sewing right now. Okay, so now I've got them all sewn up. I'm going to head over to the cutting mat. I'm going to trim away 1/4 inch from my sew line and toss all of that away. And then I'm going to press my pieces and be right back to show you the final flying geese. Be right back.
You want to come down? You need some help?
Okay guys, so I have my 8 flying geese. Apparently, at least on the sheet where they're showing us the finished product, they're putting all of the green parts on top and then the white on bottom. But who knows how they're going to be in the quilt. It is a mystery quilt, as we all know. Yeah, so we've got that done. So happy that it was quick, and hope this helped you out. And very excited. We're going to be on week 4. And we should get that info tomorrow. So I'll have to see when I have a moment to do the week 4, and I will post it as soon as I have it ready. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.